Hi, this is Imtiaz Ali.
Say it again.
Hi, this is Imtiaz Ali.
No, sir. More like.
Hi, this is Imtiaz Ali.
That was great.
Yeah? Okay, now it's your turn. I just forgot. You better say it well, Deepika. You are a very famous actress. Actor? Why am I saying actress?
I can't match you. I can't
That's
match
obvious.
what you did, sir.
That's obvious.
I'm. And then he got up also and just did. Hi, this is Deepika Padukone and you're watching us on Bollywood Hungama.
झंड फकीर सुअर की औलाद मर जा साले कमीने थैंक यू वेल those are the sort of wonderful lines emanating from Deepika Padukone's beautiful mouth, and we have with us Imtiaz Ali and Deepika Padukone. Huge pleasure to have you guys on Bollywood Hungama first of all.
Thank you.
And Imtiaz Ali, I'll start with you that आपके ऊपर एक इल्जाम है that you look ultimately very very sophisticated guy. बहुत ही ज़्यादा मुहज़्ज़ब आप देखने में लगते हैं भी आप, लेकिन ये आप अपनी एक्ट्रेसेस से आप ये गालियां आप क्यों बकवाते हैं? आपने करीना से भी आपने करवाया, जब भी मेट में आपने यहाँ पर आपने दीपिका पादुकोण से करवाया, तो इस इल्जाम के बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
ये खुद ही कह देती हैं. I asked them to be मुहज़्ज़ब like me, sophisticated like me, but ये मानती नहीं है ना. You know how it is आजकल की लड़कियाँ. So she insisted. In fact, इसने तो बहुत कुछ बोलना चाहा था.
This dialogue was never there only. I have insisted that I feel like this is the introduction of the girl, and this is how it should.
It should be like power packed and
exactly. Yeah. No, it should just be cheap.
I know, yeah, crass.
It should just be crass.
It should just be crass. Okay.
But you normally take your cue from your director, right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
In my case, it's the actresses, actually actors,
who inspire you.
No, who bring the quality of crassness in my movies.
No, but even Kareena, you actually provoked her in the sense that she has to.
I was trying to restrain her. Kareena, don't do this. What are you doing? I'm a sophisticated guy, but she insisted. She says, no, I'm going to say it.
Right.
But वो actor की माननी पड़ती है ना ultimately.
No, absolutely. Now, Deepika Padukone, there is, in fact, Ranbir Kapoor ने एक इल्जाम आपके ऊपर लगवाया कि that she is trying to just hijack the entire publicity part of it. And जो एक वीडियो आपने जो उनका Instagram वाला और जो social media का आपने डाला था, that it was manipulated by you and you had done CG and all these things. So, how do you react to this allegation of Ranbir Kapoor?
It's the truth, sir.
What, that you have manipulated?
And in fact,
no, that I'm not manipulating. We had a chat about this in the office.
Yes.
And your director said that मेरा एक हाथ कट गया है and that I'm only just banking on Deepika Padukone for the publicity part.
That's also the truth.
Right.
Coming on the show was entirely my idea.
Ji.
These guys don't know what they're doing.
Right.
We only take our leads from Deepika.
You only take the leads from Deepika only. Okay. And in fact, you were so happy with the way Ranbir just performed in that particular video.
No. He was not happy.
He was not.
I was like distraught.
No, but you actually were willing to. You know, there's another
video
sort of perception that after that you were just going down the table and you were touching his feet and he actually got down onto you and everything, and there was a perception that Brokeback Mountain is happening in real life. So now, what is that? एक publicity की बात चल रही थी and something else started happening.
See what we have to do for publicity of the movie, Deepika. People say that heroines have to go through shit in this industry. See what heroes and directors have to go through.
नहीं, but
what all?
But it's a perception because आपकी जो भी in fact जो मोहब्बत
No sir, it's not a perception. It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay. So now we are having some sort of breaking news.
Everything that you hear about the lives of people like Deepika and Ranbir, you know, is the truth, right?
No, that is not the truth.
So this is the truth as well.
He is going into another altogether different volume altogether.
What coffee are you having?
This is from your van, by the way.
You had wonderful things to say about Imtiaz Ali at the wrap-up party, and you said that you don't have to really read the script, and the moment Imtiaz Ali calls you for a movie, you just have to say yes. In fact, he said that I've paid her for saying all that stuff as well. So, but apart from the jokes, it's the truth. I think almost any actress in the industry would love to be a part of.
I think if we put words to praise, then somehow it starts to become fake in our own minds.
Right.
I've decided I'm not going to praise her at all.
Okay.
In this interview. So I think, we should
I will
maintain
still
that
praise
kind
him
of
and,
Please,
and say that I was
think
offered.
it's a nice premise actually.
I was
what you're
offered
saying,
the
yeah.
film when I was doing Chennai Express,
Ji.
and I got a call from him, and we were on, and there was no script at the point, but it's exactly like what you said. He was like, "Listen, I want you in the film. You're going to ask me what it is. I don't have a script, but that's what I want. I want my two actors to have faith in what I'm doing, and that's it. And I mean, that's how we've shot the film also.
Yeah,
There's been no have we gone totally blind? No, we've not gone totally blind with it. I think but I think his process of working is a little different. But yeah, to come back to what you were saying, I think for me it was the excitement of working with Imtiaz for the second time after Love Aaj Kal. I felt like I had a lot more to give, and for me it's a dream team in that sense, because I've always wanted to work with Ranbir and be directed by Imtiaz. I've said that earlier as well. We worked individually, like he did Rockstar with him, I've done Love Aaj Kal with him, Ranbir and me have done Ye Jawani together, but I always wanted like this moment to happen, and it finally happened.
Kya baat hai. So, but I think you must be used to it. Like all the actresses, they just have these wonderful things to say about you. Is it your good looks as well that works to your advantage somewhere?
I think after this
Now
interview,
don't be modest, sir.
After this interview, my friends, my old school friends,
Ji.
they are going. I'll be very popular amongst them.
Acha.
And you see, all the heroines want to work with me and all that. This is the kind of thing that works with.
I just want to say he pretends to not know, but he's completely aware of his looks and the effect that it has on
ladies,
society and people around
society. Then you're going the wrong way actually. Ladies specific, because I think
he's fully aware of it. Okay, he pretends to be like, "Arey, ma'am, what are you saying?" and I don't know what you're saying and all. But he's fully aware of it.
You've also said somewhere that somewhere when we see the promo of Tamasha, we get a bit of this entire perception that somewhere you are inspired by the entire Shakespearean way of telling a story as well. Because it's a bit of a theatrical element which is there.
So Tamasha,
you said somewhere as well something about sound and fury and all that stuff.
Sure. Like. So there is sound and fury in it. In that way, it is Tamasha. It's Shakespearean, but it's not so much Shakespearean as generally theatric. Just outplaying a story for a live audience to watch with that kind of a thing. So the movie begins like that. It ends like that. There are I think there are certain places in it that I think people will be surprised with certain playing of the story in a very theatrical way.
This entire entertaining portions which are there, because I think there are various segments to it. You have the serious part as well, and you have the entertaining part as well. This entire Mona Darling and the Darling bit has, I think, caught on really well. So you guys enjoyed that entire portion. Was it in any way improvised, or was it always part of the entire script?
It was.
It was
it was always a part.
It was always a part of the script, but then how you play that script
is how
I feel that when you talk about actors improvising, it's not as though they have to become the script writers, but how to really translate that on how to play that. There are a million ways to do it. That I think is an improvisation that an actor needs to do, and the way it happened was totally improvised. In fact, actually in this particular scene, the first time they do it, there were a couple of ways that they tried. You remember that we did it in a certain way, then we actually made it a little louder when he said Don, and all of that. And then is it working or is it becoming too crazy?
So in terms of dialogue, it was always there. So it's not improvised if you're saying that we just thought of it while we were doing it. No. But like he said, in terms of how we played it out, it was very, very organic.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And most of the film is like that, actually.
Not only that, actually in this movie, because I had these mediocre actors with me, these two, It was.
No, seriously. Okay.
See, I'll not praise.
Because everyone
I'll not
knows that
praise
they are great
Ranbir or
actors, so
Deepika
yeah.
in this interview.
Ji.
Okay.
I'm thankful.
Why, sir?
No.
I gave you good coffee also, sir.
Yeah, coffee was great. She makes good coffee.
Right.
But the point is that because these two were there, I could not be limited by my script too much in the way that by my own mediocrity too much. In the way that I could write the script and say that this is a basic scenario. There have been scenes in this where I have given them a basic scenario where there weren't even dialogue. Say that what would they do? What would Tara and Ved
Like that
do in
second
this
half
situation?
scene,
Yeah, like the second half scene behind the cafeteria and all that. So they just did it. They performed, they just went into that zone and they did it. And it was like, I think a month before we actually got around to shooting that scene, maybe more. And that gave me an idea of how it's going to be. There was a particular time where she reaches and sees him and he sees her and she sits down over there. And he stands for some time and then he crosses her. After watching the film, I guess people will know what I'm talking about. But that, for instance, completely is improvised, even as a script.
When I was saying about the entire improvisation part, at least specifically for that particular dialogue, somewhere do you feel that Deepika as well in particular and Ranbir as well, they've become like effortless actor in terms of it's like जैसे बहता पानी होता है, that it's something which is flowing very naturally.
Why are you
It's
doing
not,
this, sir? He's not going to. He said he's not going to.
But
Right,
this is
but
also
this
a
is-
technical point. See, what has happened is that they give the impression to everybody that it is effortless and
Right.
that there is no effort from their side that's being put in.
Ji.
So when you watch the film, you feel that there's no acting in it. It's just happening for real. This person is going through this experience in life. There is effort behind that, that they do put in. But yeah, they do look like Behta Pani, which more and more, in like much more. I think that's a nice way to put it. Actually, it looks extremely effortless. Deepika's performance recently, I've
Absolutely, right.
yeah, more
Okay.
and more and more and more.
Okay.
अभी बहती हवा बन जाएगी ये इसके बाद.
From Love Aaj Kal to Tamasha, how do you look at your performances? Because somewhere, this entire, there is a huge graph, and I've spoken to you when you've had 6 films that have not worked, and you told me that you've learned from the criticism that has come your way. So I think rarely people actually have a positive approach towards criticism per se. So there is a huge departure from where you were and how you've become.
There has been definitely in my understanding of the craft and enjoying myself in front of the camera, understanding when a director's talking to you, how do you translate that? Like, he'll give direction to me and he can give the same direction to another actor, and how do you interpret that and how do you give him what he's looking for? It's taken me those years, it's taken me that time to understand, because I'm not a film, I was not.
Exactly.
I had nothing to do with film. I didn't grow up watching films. It wasn't in my thing that, oh, ye to badi banke, she will become an actor. It wasn't one of those things where, or even I knew, it's not even like I knew for that matter that, oh, when I grow up, this is what I want to become. I started getting that clarity a little later in life, because for me, I was always geared to be an athlete. So from coming from that kind of a background and that kind of an upbringing, and I was an athlete myself, to then make that transition into a field where I was passionate about it, but that's the only thing I had going for me. My drive and my ambition and my passion was the only thing that I had going for me. Everything else I knew I had to learn, the language included. Even today, I'm still learning so much more, because every film, every experience teaches you something.
Absolutely.
And does your success teach you something? Of course it does, but in my case, I think my failures teach me a lot more. So that entire phase, like we were talking last time, 4 or 5 films that, back to back that didn't do well, and people were like, I mean, yeah, she can't even act. I had nothing going for me, because I was like, okay, the films are also not doing well and they're writing me off in terms of talent, and if you don't have that basic ability to perform in front of the camera, then what am I even doing here? So it sort of stemmed from all of that. But a large part of my confidence and that shyness, or something that I was hiding behind, I think, and that feeling of opening up and feeling liberated and feeling like he's very, very instrumental in that change and in that process. And it happened during Love Aaj Kal.
Ji.
It's something that I felt in Love Aaj Kal. But then maybe I didn't have similar experiences in the next few films to carry that forward until Cocktail happened again.
He wrote Cocktail.
He wrote Cocktail, and yeah, we keep talking about this, how he sort of encouraged me to play Veronica. Otherwise, we would have maybe typically gone towards Meera, which is more me and more relatable. And I feel even the makers at that point were confused because both the parts were written and none of them were cast, and they gave me the script and they said, we don't know where to cast you, but you have to do the film. So I think we were all sort of steering towards doing the part that was the most obvious, until he picked up the phone on me and said, no, I think you're ready to do Veronica. And I think that kind of just changed everything for me.
The styling of Deepika Padukone in this movie is being spoken about very nicely in terms of, I think, the entire modern look, especially in the context of the fact that last few films of hers, like be it Happy New Year, mostly in the songs she was styled in a certain manner, but apart from that it was something else. Piku as well, Ram Leela, there was a different style.
Piku, I think she was very well styled.
She was beautifully styled, but I'm saying in the context of the way, generally moviegoers want to see their actresses on screen. So in that context, all the glares that she's wearing and the clothes and everything. What was the entire idea behind styling Deepika Padukone?
It was obviously based on the character of Tara, this girl who lives in Calcutta and has a certain class of her family and the way she is, and also who she is personally, how fluent she is, and how in touch with the world she is and where she travels and all of that. So the brief was more or less around that, and also certain things were specific to the way she is inside. That really, the team, she's got a very lovely team. Anita did her costumes, and the whole team is very good. Her team is very professional and very good, and we actually, there's a lot of discussion. Like right now I can say that her hairstyle is the hairstyle that she's used in Japan.
Okay.
So to that extent there was talk, and she leads her group very well, I feel. This is again a new thing that I've seen in her, that she inspires her team to do a great job. So I think it's a result of all of that, and there's a lot of conversation and a lot of fun we have discussing this shirt that has these kisses, this
there's
one.
a lot of thought that's gone behind this costume and by this scene.
For instance, she removes it.
Okay.
There's a shot in the trailer. Okay, fine. All right.
Okay, say.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No,
but it's there in the trailer, so you can say.
It's in the trailer. So actually, it will become too intricate. But basically, we've had a lot of fun doing her look and styling.
And what about music? A.R. Rahman, I think at least 3 songs we can hear in the promo.
Right.
So Matra Gashti is there, and there's one song that Rahman Saab I think has sung. And there's
Tu
one
Koi
more,
Aur Hai.
Tu Koi Aur. I think beautiful song, beautifully sung as well.
Right.
So something about the music part of Tamasha and how crucial it is for your highway it was very important. And,
right.
Now it's once again.
Right. So I think, incidentally, Deepika had come once for the recording. She always wanted to, but she'd come to Chennai. Once.
Okay.
To meet Rahman sir, I've always wanted to.
And to see what the hell is going on and how it's happening.
I just wanted to see how music was made.
Right. And she sang on the mic and all of that also.
Too many actresses are doing that.
Not
maybe not singing in the album.
No.
But
No. Just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun. But working with Rahman sir is always extremely special, and then he has this ability to make the score of every film very different from anything that he's done before, or especially with me, and gives that distinctive unknown quality to an album to make it more like the film. It's very difficult to explain it. Like when you listen to the album of Tamasha, you'll understand why it can be an album of the film Tamasha, and why Highway is Highway and Rockstar is Rockstar. The basic spirit of the film comes into his music. And in this time we've got a little tadak bhadak wala gana, because it's all tamasha, it's like being performed like that, which was not so much the case in Highway, let's say, or even in Rockstar.
Absolutely. What's your favorite song?
It was Butter Gashti while we were shooting it, and you know that a song is an instant hit when you're shooting in a foreign country where people don't understand the language, and we were shooting in like an open space. In fact, it's around this time only. and so we're shooting the song for like 3 days in the same place.
जी.
And on the last day of that song, I remember like we were winding up and things like that, and everyone was singing with us. They don't understand the language, but they just wanted that song to play on
Yeah, I
loop.
think it's catchy because the
And they
moment
were
you hear it for
they
the
just
first
kept
time.
singing with us, so much so that it became an emotional moment for everyone. Because I don't know, it just became really emotional because, and we all started like in a really happy emotional way, because I guess that's the power of music.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so Deepika and Imtiaz, we are having like a brief rapid fire around with you to just pep up.
He's damn good at this.
Yeah, he has lost. Ranbir defeated me last time, yeah?
No, that was a different segment. That was a different segment. We are not doing that segment considering your prowess in that. So we are not doing that segment.
What prowess?
In terms of how well you know Ranbir actually. So
Thank you very much.
you didn't know his birthday, 22nd
I said his
September.
birthday wrong, yeah. bloody.
But you have to give him points for that. It's
Okay.
Imtiaz. That's Imtiaz.
That
He-
is
that he would not remember.
Okay, artist types. Okay, like
Somebody's birthday, I can imagine that he would not know.
there are more.
yeah.
There were more.
okay.
Okay. We'll start with the ladies first. With
Yes.
Deepika.
Hey.
Deepika,
Always.
You're having this I think dialogue in the movie that अपने बारे में कभी सच नहीं बोलना है and all this झूठ बोलना है. So a lie about yourself that you have told Imtiaz Ali.
I never lie.
That's the lie. She just said it.
Sir, I've never lied to you. When could I have lied?
I don't know. How would I know?
Okay, your dream destination.
Is it a place that I've been to? It's rapid fire. I should answer
Absolutely, absolutely. Your dream destination can be one that you've not been to, maybe.
fast. Shimla?
Oh wow, nice, nice.
Shimla, you've not been to Shimla? Okay,
No.
okay.
Manali? Yeah, no.
Your best travel companion?
My parents? My family?
Best and worst thing about Ranbir?
Best thing about him?
Yeah, it's a very difficult question.
Yeah, like
Because you know, you really have to concentrate on what is a good quality to begin with it.
I think the best thing about him is how easy he is,
Right.
professionally and personally. I think he's really, I don't, work-wise, when you're doing a scene with him, I always ask him this, like if it's a difficult scene, if it's an emotional scene, you never see him like prepping for it or like listening to like the music to get into the mood. He's just, you never see any effort, you know. So it's like really, like you were saying,
Behta pani.
yeah.
Okay, and worst thing about
and
Ranbir?
even in life, like I've never seen him getting worked up or angry or irritated, or he's just like zen all the time.
Yeah.
Which may not always be a good thing also, but it's like a good and bad thing.
Ji. Worst thing you want to say?
Worst thing. What to say about him? Bad thing.
Again, there's a lot
Yeah.
to choose from.
I think it's the latter, like the part that I answered, which is I said it's a good and bad thing. So
Zen part.
yeah, that in life he's just too calm about and too zen about everything and doesn't really react. It's very difficult to get like to get him to react to something, I feel, which is a good thing and a bad thing.
A dialogue or a song whose dub smash you'd like to do with Ranbir?
A song.
Dub smash, any dialogue or song?
मैं तो रास्ते से जा रहा था,
Oh, nice.
मैं तो
Okay.
भेल पूरी खा रहा.
An Imtiaz Ali film you wish you had done?
Rockstar.
Okay. When the last time you abused to your heart's content? Have you abused your heart's content in real
He
life?
said no.
All
In
the
that
time.
scene.
All the
That's what she says to me every
any
morning.
behind the scenes of that? By any chance, videos? You have some interesting videos.
She's deleted them all.
She has. Okay, last one which is interesting actually.
You want to know how when he lied just now?
Okay, he did. You want to give us a live demonstration? We don't.
You will never pass the censors with that. I'm telling you.
It's online. It will pass. Don't worry. Would you have done Love Aaj Kal if it was called Elastic? I believe it was the working title by any chance. Why will you have such title in the first place?
Would
Elastic.
who have done?
No.
Huh?
It
Would
was-
I have
Would
done?
you have done Love Aaj Kal if it was called Elastic?
Absolutely. I would have done it with the same conviction.
Same conviction. But why? Window, I think
These
This
are
was also
working
window
titles.
seat.
Yeah.
These are working titles. They are not meant to become the final titles of the film.
Okay.
So I kind of
Like Tamasha is also work in progress, right?
Yeah, we are going to change it a little bit. It can't be called Tamasha.
Okay. Okay, I think she has done extremely well in Imtiaz Ali, so you'll have to, and you are the rapid fire king.
No,
actually.
no.
That's
What
what
you
you're
say?
called. Okay, what do you prefer,
Russia.
traveling solo or traveling with a group?
I think I've given the marketing team a heart attack. We're not changing the name of the film.
What,
Why
what
did
do
you
you
say
prefer,
that?
traveling solo or traveling with a group?
Solo.
Traveling solo, okay. Best tourist place you've ever been to?
Can I change the answer? Okay, sorry. Go on. Please.
Best tourist place you've ever been to?
Best?
Tourist place.
Tourist place. Prague, maybe.
Okay, for Rockstar.
For Rockstar.
Right. Who troubled you the most on Tamasha sets, Ranbir or Deepika?
Most. Ranbir, because he's not here.
A destination where you're dying to shoot a film?
Millions. Let me start by saying Sarajevo, lots of places in Eastern Europe.
Russia.
Russia for sure, yeah. And old South Bombay.
Oh, yeah.
South Bombay is can be very nice.
Absolutely.
Croatia, yes.
If you have to just say something about your personal life, true or false, I've stayed in a hotel similar to Hotel Decent in Jab We Met.
Of course, true.
yeah.
Many times.
Okay.
I think we all have, yeah.
If A.R. Rahman and Preetham both are busy
Don't
when
say.
More.
More.
okay, if A.R. Rahman and Preetham both are busy when you start work on your next film, which music director would you approach?
So,
If
these guys are not free,
Available, yeah.
Sandesh Handlia,
Sandesh Handlia, okay.
or Sneha,
Sneha Khanvilkar, okay.
and so many of them. I mean, yeah, but yeah.
Hottest Bollywood actress according to you other than Deepika Padukone?
1 to 10 तो ये है. अभी 11 देखना पड़ेगा.
So I think just for this answer, yes.
Yeah, I've won
easily.
I've won easily.
Okay. And she'll be more than happy to do that.
I'm happy.
We have a few questions from the fans, so let's take a few of them. There are too many of them, but let's try and take a few of them. Taf from Saudi Arabia for Deepika. Did you sign any film after Tamasha and Bajirao Mastani?
I haven't signed anything yet. I will soon.
Okay, so are you doing this film with Anand El Rayed starring Alia and Shah Rukh Khan?
I'm not aware of any such film.
And there are reports that you're doing a film with Hrithik Roshan.
How can I be? I've just said you only answer the question for
No,
me.
I'm just
I
asking.
haven't signed anything post.
But- That is
Post-
something which is offered to you, it has been offered to you?
I don't think it's right to talk about films that you're offered or not offered. I think
Okay.
that it's you talk about films that you do eventually.
Right. And The Fault in Our Stars, because there are reports that Mohit Suri is directing it now. No comments?
It's very informative to come for interviews. Actually, I get to. You should never.
And actors remembered for the films that you do eventually. Does it matter if I'm offered something or not offered something, or if I was offered something and I'm not doing it for whatever reason? It's irrelevant. What is relevant to my life eventually, years later, is the films that you end up doing.
No, absolutely. We are just trying to, in a very
Yeah.
Answer some
nice
questions.
manner.
Yeah.
No, in the sense, clarifying, that's about it. We
Yeah,
are not
no. I haven't
sensationalizing or
signed
anything like that.
post Tamasha and
Right.
Bajirao.
Amit from Sydney, Australia, there's a lot of news that SRK in his next movie. Any truth to that?
Same as she's saying.
Hey, I heard
What?
that
Yes.
you're working with either Salman, Shah Rukh or Amir in your next.
That was one question that I've got from Ryan from USA,
I
Chicago.
have a story of 3 brothers actually.
You made it to the
Amar Akbar
big
Anthony.
league, huh?
Amar Akbar
You
Anthony.
made it to the big league.
Yeah. After Ranbir, it's really been
Because Sajid Naredwala wanted to make that film, so is he the
Amar Akbar Anthony. Yeah.
in terms
with
of
the three Khans.
basically Amir, Shah Rukh and Salman together. So is he producing it by any chance?
Amar Akbar Anthony.
No, Amir, Salman, Shah Rukh
Hey,
together.
I don't mind being Amar or Akbar or Anthony.
That's not a bad idea. You can be Anthony.
No?
Daru scene is damn nice at the mirror.
I can abuse also in that.
Exactly. See.
This is Ishani from Jammu for Deepika. Love or career, what holds more importance in your life?
Both.
Both?
I don't understand why it needs to be either or.
Okay. This is Galia Fakhuri from LA, California for Imtiaz. Do you feel music plays an essential role in a film's success?
Yes,
Yes, definitely.
big role.
Sure. This is Mekhla from Kolkata, India. What is your favorite dialogue from Tamasha?
My own creation. Very interesting question. I'm going to think about it and be back. Which is
One
my
memory.
favorite dialogue?
It could be one of those that
In the bedroom
cafe-
at night. When I come out of the loo.
हाँ, that must be. हाँ, तो क्या करने का?
You can say we will play it later. That's not a problem. We can play it later. So suppose.
I'm only abusing in the movie.
See, but it could also be some stuff from those
Profound.
scenes.
So I have
Yeah.
to say something profound, so.
Yeah. You think you're like ready for it?
I have to at least just
Yeah.
for now.
Okay.
No?
So should I suggest something? But the cafeteria scene where.
Interesting discussion actually.
But also that this is not you. This I have. But they won't get it.
Correct.
Don't get it.
When we do our interview after the release,
Ji.
when you will have seen the film,
Right.
and we can give you dialogue with context.
No, I think a lot of people have been asking for an interview with you and Ranbir together. So hopefully before the
Yeah.
movie releases,
Yeah.
we'll be
I'm
doing
sure.
that.
That will
Maybe
be a
in
good
that.
time for that because
Yeah.
then most
Absolutely.
of the dialogue in the film is also very interactive. It's not as
Then
though
we'll perform scenes for you
Kya
like
baat,
this.
kya baat,
Full
kya baat.
scene, yeah.
Kya baat. Thank you so much. This is Sunny from Vadodara for Imtiaz. How many songs in Tamasha?
9.
9 songs in Tamasha.
Hey, that's a good number.
Yeah. On the album, yeah. One of them is a remix.
This is an interesting one actually. This is Jenny from Germany. Are there actually any similarity between Naina Talwar and Tara? Is there
Naina
any?
Talwar
and
Naina
Tara.
No, I don't think so. Naina Talwar.
No.
No. Again, I would like to answer that question when the film releases.
The dialogue
Remember
one?
that, yeah, no, the difference between the two. I'll tell you the difference between the two. I'd like to talk about it later when the film's out.
Absolutely, we'll remember that. Last question, Imtiaz. This is Sagar Jadhav from Ahmedabad. What's your next movie after Tamasha?
Not decided, yeah.
You have not
there are
decided
some
that.
stories in the mind, but they're just in the mind.
That's just in the.
Amar Akbar Anthony.
Amar
Where
Akbar
I'm playing,
Anthony.
I'm playing
Where she's
Amar
playing
Akbar and Anthony. No, I'm doing a triple. I'm doing Amar Akbar and Anthony.
It's really got into your head, yeah, your success.
You know, this will be remembered like even 1 year later. Trust me on that.
Oh no, please delete it. We're joking.
There are people who just quote your interview for
No,
Ye Jawani.
please don't.
That
just
you
delete
said
everything.
something about Ranbir at that point of time 2 years back.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Still,
Don't worry, yeah.
No,
Beyond
no,
a
no.
point of time, they'll see what
No,
she
absolutely.
means.
So, Deepika and Imtiaz, pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama and looking forward to Tamasha for sure. And Imtiaz Ali, the writer director, I think बहुत ही कम ऐसे लोग होते हैं जिनकी फिल्में वेट करते हैं एक्चुअली हम लोग साल में हम लोग बहुत सी फिल्में देखते हैं एंड ऑब्वियसली you've been performing brilliantly, so looking forward to that on all your future ventures. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for it.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.